What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. Happy December. Yeah, that's right. It's December 2nd now. Woo-wee! This year kind of flew by. If you're feeling hyped for Christmas, though, be sure to smash that like button. Speaking of smashing, though, today I've got a story time for y'all about a guy that absolutely smashed his net worth to pieces because he sold his house to buy Fortnite skins. Yeah, that's right. It's about this rich kid I went to college with who ended up selling his house for Fortnite skins because he was convinced that if he bought every Fortnite skin, he would become like the ninja of streaming and become the most famous person. Didn't really work out that way. Here's yesterday's comment of the day. Thank you all so much for commenting and being subscribed, and without further ado, let's go. Alright, so I only went to college for 1 year, and I didn't really spend a ton of time there being hyped to be there, but that being said, this story was always entertaining to me. I had a good friend that went to the same school that I did named Devin, and Devin wasn't able to get on-campus housing the first year. It had filled up, so he ended up having to just find a room as fast as possible and rented a single room in this house that was close to campus. And the house was owned by this kid who had super rich parents who had just given him the house as a gift, which, hey, is a very nice gift. If anyone is knowing what I want for Christmas, just go ahead, hand over the deed to a house. I'll take that. You know, they had bought him a house for college. That just goes to show you the type of situation that he was in. I think we would all take a free house if we were in his situation. I'm not going to blame him for that. But that being said, whenever someone's given everything for free, they don't tend to value it the same way you do if you have to work for it. If you were the person out there putting in the 80-hour weeks to buy the house, you're going to take way better care of it than if someone just gave it to you. And on top of it, because they were paying for his college and everything, he just took none of it seriously. And I didn't really take college incredibly seriously, but I knew that if my parents were paying for it, I definitely would have tried a little bit harder in classes, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. About 2 months into the school year, though, this is back in 2018, 2019, I can't really remember. I'm getting old, bro. Either way, he decides that college isn't for him. Perfectly reasonable choice. I'm not gonna fault him for that. But he decided that Fortnite was what he was going to do with his life. And obviously, I don't really have a whole lot of room to talk about the whole, no, you can't work on the internet. I've been a YouTuber for a while. But you kind of have to have a plan, and I didn't drop out of college before I was, pretty confident that this was gonna work and I was already making money on the internet. I feel like dropping out of college and then deciding to be a Fortnite professional might be the wrong order of wow, I'm winning all this money and I don't have to be here. But he decided that a backup plan was stupid. There was no reason for him to be in college because he wanted to be a Fortnite pro, so therefore it was just going to happen. And his entire plan to start making money on Twitch was to buy every Fortnite skin, because if he bought every Fortnite skin, then everyone would want to watch him. And we're I don't really get the logic, but okay, because even then, back in 2018, 2019, every Fortnite skin was probably what? Even if you bought every one, $3 grand, there wasn't as many as there are today. And so we're trying to explain to him that streaming doesn't really work like that. You can't just buy skins and people start watching you. And he keeps telling us that we don't know what we're talking about. Trust me, when he's the biggest Twitch streamer, we're gonna look dumb. He was really convinced that the only reason any of these streamers were big is because they had skins in the game. I don't understand how you connect those dots, but somehow that's what clicked. And I would try to talk to him. His roommates would try to talk to him. My friend spent days trying to convince him that it's really just not how it works. He would not listen, and he didn't have a job, so there was no way for him to really go out and get money to buy the stuff that he swore was going to make him the biggest Twitch streamer of all time. And so when they started asking well, if you're going to be a Twitch streamer, if you're going to buy all these skins, where's the money going to come from because you don't have a job, which is a fair question, he answered that he really wasn't worried about funding any of this because he was just going to sell the house that his parents gave him and use the money to start his Twitch career. That's right, dude. Somewhere in his mind, it was somehow worthwhile to sell a house to start his Fortnite stream. And some Fortnite streamers have made a lot of money to buy a lot of houses, but you don't sell the house before you have the stream. And even then, I feel like selling a house is one of those things. Unless you're gonna sell a house and buy another house, I feel like you might just want to hang on to it. I feel like in 30 years, you're gonna look back at this and go, I gave up a house for Fortnite skins? And it would even be less crazy if he had had some type of plan. Okay, I'm going to sell the house. I'm going to take the money from the house. I'm going to buy this building. I'm going to turn it into like a studio, and then people can come rent out my setup if they want to make videos, and then I can make videos with it, and it'll be like its own business. No, there was no plan. He was just going to sell the house, buy all the Fortnite skins, and then all of a sudden, Twitch money was just going to start rolling into the house. There was going to be a truck outside backing up dump trucks of money just because this guy had every Fortnite skin. And all of his roommates are like, dude, you're an idiot. Do not do that. That's a horrible idea. And he's like, I don't care what you guys think. This is going to work. And he's an adult. It's his house. It's not like there's anything they can do to stop him. Obviously, they weren't thrilled about potentially having to go like find a new place to live, but it's his house. At the end of the day, there's nothing they can do. And it's a horrible financial decision. It's not a good idea to sell your house for Fortnite skins, period. But whatever, he goes through and sells his house, and he sells it for less than it's worth because he just wanted to get the money. He was so anxious to get this stream off the ground that he took $20,000 less than the house was worth just so it would be done faster, which is a pretty sizable chunk of money, you know, to just be like, I know I could definitely get this if I waited another 2 days, but forget it. That's $10,000 a day that he was just like, I don't care. And then he's left with this like $200,000 chunk of change, right? That's sitting there. And you would think $200,000, if you're going to try to become a full-time streamer and like really dedicate yourself to grinding and you want to give yourself time to try it out, man, that could probably last you like 4 or 5 years if you spend in a reasonable manner. Like not even in a, oh, I'm only eating ramen noodles all the time, but you could make that last a few years if you had to. Keep your expenses low, like it's totally doable. And that's what all of us thought that maybe he was going to do, is like spend $15,000 on a setup and then like just save the rest of the money to make sure that he had time to figure it out and see if he could make it work. No, he starts spending it like it is going out of style, dude. He's buying cars. He's going out to eat every day. He's buying people stuff. He's buying every skin for every game that's ever existed. And a month and a half later, he had ran out of money. In a month, he had somehow managed to spend like $200,000. And it's not like he's making a crap ton of money. If you spend 200 grand in a month, but you make 600 grand, then like, okay, that's a lot of spending. I don't know if I would call that financially smart. But what? You're only spending like 30% of your income? Dude literally got a lump sum payment. Will probably never have that much money at one time in his life again, and blew it in a month and a half on just crap. And he's so busy going out and playing video games and whatnot that he just kind of stopped thinking about making content. He's not playing the game to get better. He's not streaming it. He's not doing anything. He's just going out and spending money. It was like he assumed that once he sold his house that like it would just automatically work out. There was nothing that would get in his way or cause a problem potentially. And so eventually he runs out of money, and he hasn't been going to school the entire time that he sold his house because he's been convinced that he's going to be the world's biggest Twitch streamer and school's for idiots. According to him, I don't think that. And so when he runs out of money, he contacts his parents and is like, I have this dream to be a Twitch streamer. I'm going to make all this money. I just need a little bit of funding to help get it off the ground. And he hasn't told his parents about selling the house yet. He's just hoping that they're going to give him money. And his parents are like, well, maybe we can take out like a home equity loan against the house. And he just goes silent. And his parents are like, what? And he's like, nothing. And he's on the phone in the kitchen. And that's when they realize that he hasn't told his parents about even selling the house yet. And so they're listening to this conversation, and he's still not admitting it to his parents, but he starts guilt tripping them, being like, you guys should have bought me a nicer house. You know, if it would have been worth like $300,000 more, that would have been awesome. Oh, sorry, was the free house not up to your standards, bro? He's having this conversation within earshot of everyone. Yeah, my parents gave me a garbage house. If they would have made it worth more money, it would have been sick. No, it wouldn't have been sick, because then you would have still sold the house and you would have blown $500,000 in a month. Like, clearly, dude, the amount of money that you got from the house is not the issue. I would definitely not want to give a $500,000 house to a kid that would sell it for video game skins, period. No matter the game. Alright guys, I'm giving away a gift card. There's a code on screen now. I give one of these away in every upload to say thank you to you guys for subscribing, turning on those notifications, all that good stuff. If you've already got them on, you're a legend. But I'm also going to ask you guys to just press the like button. You know, if you're liking the video so far, just go ahead and click it. Anyways, his roommates would be like, all right, man, you went ahead, you bought all these Fortnite skins, you sold your house, like, what are you gonna do now? You're out of money, you kind of have to stream. And he said that he just kind of forgot about it and wasn't that interested anymore. What do you mean you forgot and you're not interested? You sold your house to do this. It took like 2 days for you to get bored of it and just give up. What about all the money that you spent? You're not gonna get that money back. Fortnite's not one of those games with a marketplace, bro, no resale market. Even if you were gonna sell the account, like, you know, it's not like you're gonna get all your money back. But somehow his stupidity hits yet another level. You'd think, okay, just sell the account, get whatever, the $1,000 you're gonna get, and just go to school. No, he decides that he's just gonna stop paying attention, and for like the next 3 months doesn't even log into the game, goes to log in and realizes he's forgot his login. If I had sold my house to buy nothing but digital items, and then I lost my login to the digital items, I would be freaking out, dude. I would feel like such a moron. I ruined my life for nothing. He did not care. He was perfectly okay with it. It wasn't even like he contacted them to try to change the password or anything. He was just like, oh well, I guess I don't have that account and access to those skins anymore. What do you mean, oh well, bro? You're telling me you spent, I don't know how much, but you sold your house to play Fortnite, and now you don't care and don't even want the password to the account you spent all your money on? Literally sold his house for nothing. And eventually, his parents find out that he's sold the house because they all have to find somewhere else to live. His parents come to visit. They're a little bit confused on why he doesn't live there anymore. They had kind of worked out a deal where they could rent the house for a little bit longer from the person who had bought it. And so his parents find out that he sold the house, and they're pissed because it had been a gift to him. He had literally not even had it a year before he sold it, so he had to pay extra taxes. It was a whole thing. So his parents cut him off financially, obviously, because why would you want to keep being around someone that's just going to use you as a bank account that hard? But when they told him he was cut off, he wasn't even afraid or scared. He literally just looked at them and was like, oh well, I can always just call grandpa. I'm not afraid of it. Imagine being that entitled, dude. Imagine you go behind your parents' back. You sell the house they bought you as a gift for you getting into college. You know, you're taking your next steps. My parents didn't buy me a house when I went to college. That would have been cool. You know, they're just not in that situation. But if your parents are in that situation and they give you a house, just be grateful. Don't sell it and then keep it a secret. And when your parents find out and get mad at you, instead of begging for forgiveness, which is probably what he should have done. I mean, these people clearly care about you. You're just like, I'll call grandpa. Is grandpa that rich too? Did grandpa want to gift you a chalet, but you took the house instead to not piss your parents off? I don't get it. Even then, I don't think grandpa's gonna give you crap now when he finds out that you had a house and sold it for less than it was worth to play video games. I don't feel like people that end up with a ton of money are big fans of people that blow it on really, really stupid stuff like that. Thankfully, though, his grandpa wasn't down either. He called him, you know, they were hanging out, they had kept in touch, and his grandpa's like, no, I'm not gonna give you money, go get a job. And he starts screaming at his grandpa when he says go get a job, which is a pretty fair response that I'm not gonna go work some stupid normal poor person job. Well, you had a chance to probably not have to work that bad of a job if you would have just kept that house, rented it out, you know, had a little bit of a side income, but no, you just decided that the ultimate best decision would be to mooch off your parents, sell the home, and then call grandpa. I don't think grandpa wants to be involved either. So after that little thing where he freaks out and says he doesn't want to have a poor person job, he looks at everyone he's hanging out with and is like, sorry guys, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable, which just adds insult to injury. I don't think everyone was sitting around thinking that they're stupid poor people, because they're not. I don't understand why some people with money have this idea that money is the only way to tell if someone's smart or not. I know plenty of people that just are smart, but they don't care about money. I don't even know how to explain. You guys know what I'm saying. Some people just genuinely do not care about money. And so the idea that you're like, I won't work some poor person job, and then look at your friends and say, but not you guys. Well, do you think I'm a stupid person? I don't know. That's just such a weirdly insulting thing to say like that. And how are you gonna call anyone stupid when you're the person that sold their house for Fortnite skins and then lost the login, bro? It's not even like you're out there playing the game. It would be stupid if you were playing it, but it's extra stupid because you got nothing out of this. After that, though, they all went their separate ways because he was like, well, I'm going to go live somewhere else because my parents aren't going to pay for me to live here anymore. And they really don't know where he is. After that, he just kind of left that town. Probably off somewhere trying to like convince people to just give him a ton of money so he can go become the world's first reality star that's not on a reality television show. And they're like, how does that work? I don't know, but it will. It's extra dumb because of its like Fortnite skins, dude. It would be stupid no matter what. If you sell your house to buy digital items, cringe. Like, it's just cringe. But at least most games, there's a marketplace. You can get more than none of your money back if you decide to cash out or sell it. This guy straight up is just never going to see any of that ever again. It's not an NFT. You can't trade it and like sell it to someone or anything. I don't even love NFTs, but at least even that you can resell. Oh, I forgot to log into my Fortnite account. Well, then it's literally useless. Even then, digital items, dude, like, the internet changes fast. If you've grown up on the internet, a game that's popular now is not going to be popular in 2 years. Fortnite still exists, sure, but do people still love it, play it, watch it the way they used to? Absolutely not. The internet isn't like that, so I think building your entire life around, like, a video game is just a weird call. Overall, though, I think that's going to do it for the video, guys. I know this one's a little bit shorter, but I just thought it was too crazy not to share with y'all. I knew you guys were going to enjoy it, so if you did, you should press the like button. Let me know in the comments section down below what you thought. Comment if you would ever sell your house for Fortnite skins. I'm genuinely curious if anyone's brave enough to be like, yeah, I would. Other than that, if you really want to help me out, I do have a link to all my merch down below. If you scroll down, there's like a little shelf with all the merch on display. Feel free to check that out. I also do post all of these story times. I do that every time, bro. In audio format. I just blend story time and audio. It's rough. I post them wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff. Feel free to check it out. But yeah, on that note, guys, I think that's gonna go do it. I'm gonna go sell my house and buy Overwatch skins. Hopefully I'll see each and every single one of you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.